I remember getting to Paraguay, and I remember the first lesson that I had with my companion, and you know, in the MTC they teach you Spanish, but they don't teach you Guarani, which is very important to Paraguayans. That's just a very rich part of their culture, is just their Guarani heritage. And they actually mix their Spanish a lot with Guarani. And usually they won't with missionaries, but a lot of people do, just expect you to understand phrases. And so I remember getting to that first lesson, and you know, as a missionary from the MTC, you usually can understand a couple of the words or certain things. But I just remember getting into the lesson and not understanding a single word. And my companion, I looked at him and he was just like, he just was kind of smiling and just kind of like nodding his head. And apparently the person that we were talking to had just gone on and like a big long spiel in Guarani. And so my companion was just being nice and polite and just kind of pretending to understand, but he didn't understand either. So right when you'll get there and you'll know the Spanish and the Guarani kind of mix together, and I couldn't really differentiate them. But after a while, you get really used to, okay, that's Spanish, obviously, and that's definitely Guarani, because I have no idea what they're saying. So it's a lot of fun. You got to kind of play around with that. But it really is important to them. They speak Jopara, which is just the mixed Spanish and Guarani. And it's always such a good icebreaker to just learn a couple Guarani phrases. And, you know, baita copio, which just means like, how are you doing? And Paraguayan, they'll usually do like a double take, like, this white guy is just speaking to me in Guarani, and they love it. So it's a lot of fun. It usually brings a smile to their face, and it just shows that you actually like care about them, you know, because it's such an important part of their history. Their culture is very, very simple. Their foods are simple. They're not very extravagant. Guarani is a very basic language. There's not tons. I mean, there's not like a lot of like conjunction words in it. It's just like I, Stephen, you know, like that's my name, so it'd be like I, Stephen. Shishirera, Stephen, just means like I'm Stephen. So it's interesting that it's just such a simple language, and it just makes sense because they're just such simple people. You know, they don't require a lot of extravagant words or describing words or anything. It's just the pure and simple meaning of a lot of the things. I would say like baita copio, which would mean like how are you. Saying your name would be like Shishirera Elder Hill, so it'd be like my name is Elder Hill. Another one would be like Hindu le Kabajuresa, which just means like, oh man, this is super hard. I think it translates to like the flaming eye of a horse. It's a very weird translation, but everyone understands that whatever you're doing, it just means that it's really, really hard. So you got Hindu. Let's see, water is so it's just like a weird G sound. Guarani is a lot of fun.